morning guys, quick update for you. It is the 8th of May 2017. I'm walking around Melbourne just on the city fringe. It's overcast and it was raining just before, and it's a day after the competition and I feel pretty good. I feel a bit sore, and from all the flexing and being on stage, flexing for the judges and yada yada yada. So today is really just kind of a rest day actually. I've got my raw food here, which is not part of any kind of meal planning. So it's actually really cool to, not to have to follow a training plan, or I've got a few days off, so no meal planning, no training for a couple of days. Maybe I'll start back up tomorrow. I haven't decided yet, but definitely today off for more training. So super pumped about that. And otherwise, 5th place in the competition. My thoughts about that. It's like a little bit like being punched in the face a little bit. That's the honest truth. I'm happy that I placed, don't get me wrong, but I was kind of thinking maybe 2nd, 3rd. I wasn't trying to win, but 2nd, 3rd would have been good. Not 5th place, but I still placed. But you know, I'm always critical of myself, always. Even when I came first in the first competition, I was like, maybe I can improve in some way, maybe I could, what could I do to improve? And then I'm just kind of crazy because, I'm always looking at ways of improving like that, even if you're at the top of your game. So, I'm kind of been thinking about what went wrong yesterday and how I can improve it. The judges' feedback will come back to me in about 2 weeks from now, and I really just have to wait for that feedback. But I think I already know what they're going to say, in that I've entered the wrong division. I went into the fitness category yesterday and I should have gone for more physique because my body is like 88.8 kilos and like almost 200 pounds, and just a bit too heavy and too built for a fitness athlete. So I think that's probably what they're going to say. They might mention that I maybe need to lean down a little bit, and they might mention a few other things, I don't know. But my next competition is in 3 weeks from now, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing, whether I'm going to be competing in that or if I'm going to wait for the judges' feedback. I'm definitely doing the world titles, which is end of next month, so it's less than 2 months away. And so I'll be definitely doing that competition over in Thailand, but I'm just not sure exactly what I'm going to do in terms of this very next competition coming up in 3 weeks. If I'm going to enter it, I'm going to make that decision when I'm closer to that comp. I literally can make that call 1 week out. I don't have to make that decision right now. I'll keep you updated. So that's it, update. Got my raw food, got my Nutella balls. It is the day after the fitness model competition. As you can see, I still have the tan on my face, and look at this, orange. I don't know if you can see that, but that's crazy, right? And I've been scrubbing away, look at this. So, God bless if I want to go on a date with a girl and I want to hold her hand. It's like, hey, would you like to take this hand? Anyway, don't think it's gonna. I just, if you've been following the series, you realize that I haven't had much dating success for the reasons I've discussed in previous videos. We won't go into that, but just imagine if I decided to go on a date with a girl tonight. This wouldn't work with these hands. So look, I haven't showed you these specifically. So I got 5th place yesterday in 2 separate divisions, so 5th and 5th, and 2 chunks of medal. Pretty cool, I'm pretty happy. I'm happy I placed. Now, I want to talk about what it feels like to come 5th place and how I honestly feel about that, and what it ultimately means to lose, as in not come 1st place. And it's all perception, isn't it? Like, it's all how you look at the event, it's all, what you take away from it. But let's just look at it how it is. Everybody wants to come 1st. Like, we're not gonna lie, it's a great feeling. I mean, if you followed the series, you saw that I came 1st in my first competition 2 months ago in 2 separate divisions. I got 1st place, Rookie of the Year, in a fitness model competition. And now to come 5th
is like a bit of a punch in the face. Now, I talked about the punch in the face thing on the road before, and that when you come first, it creates this little thing in your head where you become a little bit invincible. You feel a little bit like, oh, like I've got this now, like I've got this under control. Like that's how I feel. I was like, man, get out of my way, like just step aside. And so I needed that punch in the face of, well, hold on a minute, this is the reality. There are people out there better than you, that you're not always awesome. And, you know, and then I, like, when I was announced when I got 5th, I was like, oh, damn, okay. Look, I'm happy I placed, because that's what I wanted walking into this. But when you have this thing of coming first, you do want to get as close to first place as possible. That's the truth. My expectation was to come 2nd, 3rd, top 3, but 5th place. Now, that was playing on my mind, has been for the last 24 hours. I've been thinking about what I could improve on, how could I get better, how could I improve my performance, and the whole myriad of things around that, right? And I was even doing that when I came first. I was like, what can I do and improve? How can I improve my posing? How can I do this and this and this and this? Look, judges' feedback will come back, you know, to me in 2 weeks from now. They'll give me the definitive, this is what you need to improve on. And as I've mentioned, it could be that I need to get leaner, which is, I agree, I need to be a little bit leaner. It could be that I need to be in the right category because I wasn't in the right category. I tend to agree to that to a point. And it could be that maybe my posing was terrible, that's fine. Maybe I shouldn't have dated during contest prep, because if you followed the series, you saw that I went on a couple of dates and I meant eating at restaurants and whatever and trying to juggle the macros in my head and everything, which usually works. But you know, when you're so close to stepping on the stage, you don't really want to be going out eating off the menu. You want to be sticking as close to the meal plan as possible, yeah? So that's one big valuable learning lesson as well. And also, you know, from that dating thing, the emotional ups and downs of dating, that kind of demotivated me a little bit from my training and my meal plan. I had a couple of blowouts, you know, 10, 11 o'clock at night. I was like, fuck this meal plan. I'd go and have brownies. I'd go and have like ice cream. Didn't happen all the time, but maybe a good half a dozen times. Over the last 2 months, there would have been about 5 or 6 occasions where I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna eat off the meal plan. That's being honest, that's brutally honest. But every other time I've been fairly consistent. And so that would be, they would be the specific areas that I would need to improve on so that my performance would be better next time on the stage. That's all I can think of right now at the top of my head. Now, let's get into like coming 5th place and what it really means. Like at the micro level, it sucks. Like it's great that I placed, but it'd be nicer to be 1st, 2nd, 3rd, yeah? However, at the macro level, we have to look at it this way. And this is the only way that I could really move on and get prepped for the next competition. And that is, I received, and I've been receiving direct messages through Instagram for a while now, through like some of you guys DM me as well, and just random offers and ambassadorship things, and people, just companies wanting to work with me in some respect. I wipe a lot of them off as spam. I do get a few of them, and I don't have time to sit there and go through all of them, but there was one that came through yesterday which took my attention. And so they're a company, they're based in America, and they've got my attention, and I've had to send that off to a few other people to try and decipher what their offering is. And because today I haven't had time to fully research the company, so I've spoken to a few people about it. I'm not going to mention the name of the company just yet in case they're watching this video, and then that completely screws the offering. But it's like, that is coming from somebody come 5th. It depends what your outcome is too. Like for me, it doesn't really, I'm trying to push for 1st place. It's nice if I get it, but just because you don't come first doesn't mean you're already not a winner. Like, opportunities will come to you, like The Voice, and So You Think You Can Dance. On how many recording contracts have been signed to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th place. Like, just because you didn't win on the TV show doesn't mean you're going to miss out on a recording contract. right? So it's like we live in a democratized world, i.e. Instagram, where like you saw how I got rejected from 3 different modeling agencies. I put in my thing to become a model, fitness model for different companies. And I read those out to you if you saw those episodes in previous few videos. And they said, no, 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 no. I was like, great, I'll go to Instagram and I'll hashtag fitness model, and there might be a company in Saudi Arabia that might like the look. You can do the same thing. It's like, we live in this Instagram world. You don't need, to. That's why I'm not worried about being rejected by the 7, 8, 9 modeling agencies in Melbourne or Sydney or whatever, because I know that if you go to Instagram, you can completely throw your portfolio up, hashtag the hell out of it, and there could be somebody in Toronto, Canada that just loves your look so much that they're willing to fly you over there and work with them directly. Happens all the time, right? And so that's why I think you should never be too concerned about not winning in the micro, because you can win at the macro level, yeah? And that's how you got to see it. But that's how I'm seeing it. So opportunities will come, and you'll find that they'll be probably bigger and better than what first place could ever give you. That's my short rant.